Menu narration set to 100.
Ever since you laid eyes on me, you've been barking up the wrong damn tree. Girl, you try to tighten up the collar, clean me up, pull me up out the holler. That's one pill I ain't never gonna swallow. There's only one way this ends. Me running off you on the porch crying. Girl, I don't guess I can blame you for trying to fence. You brought in this outside dog.
From the second largest city in the U.S., Los Angeles, California, we've got football as EA Sports coverage of the NFL is on the air. Today we've got a Week 5 matchup in store here, as it'll be the Green Bay Packers taking on the Los Angeles Rams. And off we go from SoFi Stadium. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
They go play action here on first down. Wide open receiver complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
But Charles, did it seem like to you that maybe they were a little worried about his running prowess there? Because everybody kind of froze when he got outside the pocket, and they were able to throw it for the first down.
Absolutely, and you work all week getting ready for a game, and you know that the potential is there for him to run it, but you better take care of those receivers downfield. They can hurt you first.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
It's a gain of 9.
The Rams at 3-1 here through their first 4 games. And they come in off a disappointment last time out. That put an end to their modest 3-game win streak.
And it always hurts when you lose a tight game, as they did a week ago. I think each player starts thinking to himself, if I could have played better one play here, one play there, maybe it could have changed his team's fortunes. But it absolutely illustrates how important it is to play a complete game if you want to win in the NFL. How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
Straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid game.
Come on. Set. Hawk 70. Hawk 70.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Look at this Packers defense. They were very good in the victory a week ago for Cincinnati.
No matter what coverage was called, they were in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long. I mean, they were running the routes with them. Turned out, they were right there on every single ball thrown and came away with 5 interceptions.
From the 35, here's the second down and 6.
Let's go. 70 Lions. Ready?
Looking to throw. Edwards. That's caught. Puka Nacua. They just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. They clearly wanted to come out, Charles, and be aggressive throwing the football, and they've been pretty efficient along with that aggressiveness. He's now 4 of 4 on this opening drive.
Yeah, and that's led to a fresh set of downs. I like what he's doing back there. You can tell he's at ease. Feels good about what he's doing. I think if I'm the play caller, I'm reading that, I'm continuing to let him throw the football.
Viking 18.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's brought down, but not before a gain of 13, down to the 13. First and 10 in the red zone.
First and 10.
Well, they're not hiding who their central focus is on offense. Charles, he already now has 4 receptions here on this opening drive.
And I know people who are watching the game are thinking, did they forget about him in the defensive game plan? But it's actually been the opposite. They're giving him a lot of attention, but he's been very creative and savvy in his route running and finding seams and openings in order to create these completions.
And he's got him. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early first and goal.
Here we go. Start. 19 Tiger. 19 Tiger. Go.
Back to throw again. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Rams are on the board first here this afternoon. To try here for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and the Rams take a 7-0 lead.
Score Rams 7, Packers nothing. Joshua Carney to kick off for the Rams.
The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And a nice return, but he's going to pay for it as they knock him down hard at the end.
Well, he gave up the first touchdown of the game, but how about the response? Big-time return. Now it's their chance to try and put points on the board.
So good field position for the Packers as they come up first and 10 at their own 43. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Over the middle to Adams. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
Defense gets up a touchdown on the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. Options galore here. Second and a few inches. On the ground, here's the 4th-round pick from April's draft. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's no gain on the play, and they'll remain a few inches shy of a first with 3rd down looming. Here comes 3rd and the length of the football. They'll try and run for the first with Dillon. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
On 4th down, the Packers called on Daniel Whelan to punt. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Solid way to start the drive, 13 yards, picking up the first.
someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass in the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
A really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him. And I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's a 2nd and 7.
Go, Reed, go. Ready?
They go with the interval. And he stopped immediately there. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play, backwards a yard.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. From the gun on 3rd down, Edwards. He's going to launch this thing right downfield. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
For the Rams.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 15. A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And the first drive, 3 and out. 2nd possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how the defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got a look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. Now it's Herbert. And he's got his big tight end here. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Play action. It's Herbert. And unable to connect on the long pass. He actually brings it in, but he was out of bounds. Incomplete.
Coverage key. On him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Now a 2nd and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete. Not sure what happened out there. It looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
The threat of a 2nd straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. They'll send the tight end in motion. Again, Herbert. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Rams will take over possession here up at the 44.
Intercepted. The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 44-yard line.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT.
Now Edwards throwing to start the drive. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Panther 60, ready.
On first down, it's Blue. Down to about the 37.
I feel like I can see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6.
Let's go now. Huh. Ready.
They'll try and run again with Blue. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Back. Cowboy 80.
They'll try to run for it with Blue. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. It's a Rams first down on a pickup of 10. Well, they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
Here we go. Here we go. Ready, right?
They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. But the converse is, though, you've got to win those one-on-one blocks. And when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
Come on, come on.
Going to be taken in here by McClure. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, 1st and goal.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Gets it underneath to Blue. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best.
And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Terrence Ferguson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Rams go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point splits the uprights. And that'll make the score 14-0.
Rams 14. Packers nothing. Joshua Kearney to kick off for the Rams.
The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Excellent job pushing through tacklers that time to pick up 6.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
They'll come up up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Herbert. And he is going to lose yardage here. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there. Those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
Here's Herbert. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. And they will finally get to him, but a great return has set him up 1st and goal at the 5. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Back to throw. Edwards. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Xavier McKinney. And the Packers will take over here at their own 14-yard line. Charles, one thing that he referenced to us yesterday was his confidence fitting the ball into any window, but obviously that window was a little too tight, and it was closing in a hurry.
And he was talking to us about having anticipation in making those types of throws. Down near the goal line.
And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
I know we don't have a special scoreboard to show it, but the offense, they've surrendered more sacks than they have points thus far. This defense, they're winning in all phases of the game right now.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
That was not a real confident throw right there, and he's just 2 of 7 to start the game. Now he's going to have to find a groove with a big 3rd down coming up. Let's see if his confidence can increase.
This offense so far on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 17. Complete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
On now is the Packers punter. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And yikes, this will get out of bounds, so without even a return, they're going to be set up on the outskirts of the red zone. Now a 1st down carry, it's Williams. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. It'll be a gain of 2, and speaking of 2s, it'll take us to the 2-minute warning. This is 2nd and 8.
18 Cardinal. Ready.
Looking to throw. Edwards. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12.
A gain of 9 yards.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
Come on. Set, hurt. 70 Timberwolves. Ready.
Now a handoff to Blue running left side. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Now 2nd and 5. Snap will come from the 6.
Here we go. Here we go. Gravity lock.
They go with Blue between the tackles. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Ready. Liking 18.
On 3rd down, he'll drop the throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. He's brought down after a pickup of 5, but he needed 8. 4th down. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And his kick here is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And with a well-placed kickoff, that's what these new rules can do for you. As he'll be backed up to start this drive. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned they're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk is a big decision here.
1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Trying to get something positive to happen here before the break, and they sure need it. They went for the big one, but it winds up incomplete.
2nd and 10. Back to throw here, Herbert. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 42.
And the Packers 1st down.
From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Airing this one out for Evans. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
And that's where you're counting on a receiver's size being an advantage. They were hoping he could go up the top of a smaller DB and haul that one in. A good thought, but that time it didn't work out.
59-yard attempt.
And this won't get there. Won't be online either. It's no good. Off to the right. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports.
Joshua Hardy to kick off for Rams.
A very one-sided first half. 17-0 our scores. We get going in quarter number 3. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
A play fake, and now Herbert to throw.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Herbert. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. He couldn't get away there on 3rd down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away.
Lambert Smith to return it.
A big kick, 50 yards that time with a return of 4. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Edwards throwing to start the drive. And able to break one tackle, but completely brought down. But a nice little gain. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And that will bring up 2nd down. Back to throw. Edwards. And he will find his man on the outside. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
70 Timberwolves.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Come on. Set. Panther 60. Panther 60. Ready.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
Brings up a 3rd down.
And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Cowboy 80.
They'll look to throw again.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage here on 3rd down. That was not an easy one to hold on to.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
And his kick is absolutely perfect.
Charles, even as long field goals become more and more common, this is still a very rarefied air. Only just over 20 field goals have been kicked from 60 yards or further, and you can add his name to the list now.
And as calm as he tried to present himself, there's no doubt there were some nerves as he lined up to attempt that kick. But once the ball was snapped, he just swept the leg, and boom, over the crossbar.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback,
It has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions. Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him out to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. Another modest gain there on that one, and I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, haven't they, partner? Because they have to be extremely one-dimensional now if they hope to get back into this game. They have to do it by throwing the football and hope to have success through the air.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
There's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
On now is the Packers punter, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. 45 yards, that's what the punt goes for. 5 on the return. And it'll be 1st and 10 as they take over. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that, but I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
That man again, it's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Again, a good friend in football always talks about predictive history. He's got one of their 2 touchdowns. You can understand why they tried to find him again. Weren't able to connect, but the thought, that was good.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Let's go. Cougar 19. Ready, ready.
Looking to throw. Edwards. Trying to set up a screen for Blue. Now inside the 25. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Jaden Blue. 51 yards. And the Rams are able to widen their advantage. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who's a complete guy who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
Extra point right down the middle. And that stretches the lead all the way up to 27.
Joshua Carney to kick off for the Rams.
The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
At their own 31-yard line.
Set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. The disparity in this game, it just seems to grow with each possession here, Charles. They are really struggling. They have not put up a single point, and on the other side, the points keep piling up and up and up.
So you know the frustration level has to be rising, right? So they've got to find a way to quell that, because otherwise they certainly won't get anything done in this one. Keep diving deeper into the offensive playbook, but bottom line is don't quit competing.
And this is caught by Evans.
It's a gain of 8.
From the 46, here's 2nd and 2.
At the Rams' 46-yard line.
Herbert now. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Just what they need, electrical made, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing to trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Herbert back to the air. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Well, the passing windows are just not there, and that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. They snap it to Herbert. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So after the big play on 4th, here's 1st and 10.
Set. Ready.
To the air again, Herbert. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
At this point in the game, in the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
Complete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Herbert throwing again. They'll try and do that. He's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. It'll go to the bricks as a sack and a loss of a yard. But more importantly, it leads to 4th down. And his kick is good. And that will cut the lead down to 3 scores at 24. Kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit 3rd quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag? You just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Pass complete there to McCool. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
Ace play caller does a nice job of giving it an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
Hawk 70, Hawk.
They'll run up the middle here with Blue. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30.
A gain of 3 yards.
3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
30-yard line.
Back now in Los Angeles. It's the Rams out in front here. They've got control of the football as well as we get set for the fourth quarter. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Let's go. Ready,
They stay on the ground this time. It's Williams. Down to about the 22 here. Just when you want on a first down run, call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this fourth quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner, pound away, and try and finish off the game.
It'll be a gain of 2 on the play, but they'll remain a few inches short here with 3rd down looming.
Here we go. Set. 18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he is going to have a Rams first down, and he'll have it by 20 as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described. Manhandling the defensive line. They've got the leverage, they're powering through, and they're controlling this game.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Up the middle, it's Williams. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. So there the defense denies the rookie of his potential first career touchdown.
And his first NFL touchdown celebration. I wonder if he's thought about it, if he has something cooked up in his head as he worked out with his team, and think about the celebration back home when he finally scores his first touchdown.
You don't get a second chance to make a first impression. We'll see what he does.
Well said, sir. Well said.
The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD, but unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way the opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down near the 47.
If you're in the offensive huddle, you're smiling after that play because you certainly got them guessing now. 2nd and short, could they just hand it off for another big gain, or did they take advantage of this spot to take a big shot downfield?
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 4. Now the first carry here for the running back. Looking to find a lane, but he can't find it at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Here's Herbert. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's going to have the Packers Packers first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4. Now a first carry for their fullback. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
A gain of 11 on the play.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And throw here, that's complete. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackle. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. He completes it to Edwards. That'll be enough to keep the drive moving forward. Another first down on the pickup of 5 yards.
First down.
Herbert off of play action. Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Packers are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. The extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead now down to 20. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the hands team for the Rams able to secure the football. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Down to the 42, second down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. From the 42-yard line, here's a 2nd and 8.
18 Cardinal, 18.
Back to throw. Edwards. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
They'll run on first down. Torres. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
2nd and 10 at the 33-yard line.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Torres. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
Here we go. Ready.
Looking to throw. Edwards. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 15, and the Rams have a first down. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way and worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Cougar 19.
The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. So it's the Rams here that take home the W, and it was thanks in large part to the play of their second-year quarterback.
Yeah, he was just on target all afternoon with 3 touchdown passes. They couldn't find a way to stop him, and ultimately, he guided them to victory.
So for the Rams, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. From